How to flip houses as a beginner right now in today's market. As you probably know, house flipping can be very lucrative. But as a beginner during these current real estate conditions, you have to do this right or you could easily lose your shirt. There's no room for big mistakes in this environment. So what you're about to learn is how to flip houses the right way. I'm Brian Bush with Freedom Mentor, and for nearly 20 years, our team has coached and mentored many of America's most successful house flippers. We've been a part of thousands of house flips and have mastered what works and what doesn't. And today I'll be sharing some of that wisdom with you. If you have any questions as we get into these details, text FREEDOM to 305-315-8030 or comment below. There are 5 principles you should follow as a beginner to ensure your success in house flipping. The first is to find the right property. Buying real estate right starts with what you buy and where you focus to find the right property. A lot of new investors think that foreclosures are the low-hanging fruit. But foreclosures bring a lot of competition and also involve a lot of risk. You don't want to start here. In fact, we don't ever recommend you show up to auctions. Pursue these properties while they're in pre-foreclosure. We have a lot of videos on how you can do that to check out. Another place many new and seasoned investors look for properties is on the MLS. But again, this is where there's a lot of competition, which results in paying a lot closer to market and leaving little room for you to be profitable. You want to focus on off-market deals. That's where the real opportunities are, and it's what we specialize in at Freedom Mentor. I'd also steer clear of condos and townhouses, or at least be very cautious. Those properties come with a lot of potential issues, common areas, assessments, and it can be a nightmare if you're not prepared. You want to focus on the properties that are in the most demand, and those are single-family homes. They're the bread and butter of what we as house flippers deal with. There are plenty of single-family homes in every market. But right now, some markets are struggling while others continue to thrive. So learning to analyze your area to understand what is desirable, where to do deals, while staying away from less desirable areas could be the difference between great success and total failure. As we walked through in my last video, is now a good time to flip houses? You want to identify safe and affordable areas below the median sales price. That can be tricky. But that's part of why our apprentices come to us for mentoring, to be sure they're targeting the right properties in the right areas for house flipping success. The second principle is making the right offer. If you follow the first and you're working on the right property, hopefully you're not paying too much competing at auction or on the MLS. You're working directly with the seller. That's where you're going to negotiate the best deals. But if you don't know how to make the right offer, you'll waste time and money. To begin with, be clear that every deal is different, and you must learn to recognize motivation and the key ingredients that will make a house flip possible. It's not a one-size-fits-all formula. You, of course, have to buy at a discount, and you'll most likely be making cash offers. But additionally, having the ability to work with creative terms is a vital tool in your toolbox, and our team's mastered every detail after closing thousands of creative deals. You want to present the right offer or offers to your seller, negotiate the right terms, and secure the deal. Check out Phil's video on the art of getting offers accepted. Once you have the right offer locked in, the most critical principle of all these is number 3, completing the right diligence. We talk about this in so many of our videos because due diligence will absolutely make or break your success. It's not optional. You have to be thorough in every aspect to understand the property's title, condition, value, insurance, the HOA. We walk our apprentices through each and every detail so they don't lose big money. You want a mentor that has been there before to guide you through all the potential landmines. We had an apprentice close a deal last year where he found out the property had a sinkhole because it was keeping some buyers from obtaining insurance and, of course, scaring them away. As you can imagine, that's a pretty serious obstacle to attracting a buyer. But we were able to track down a previous insurance claim and then locate an engineer's report. And with the right insurance, he was able to still flip the property to a confident buyer that loved the home. And we made a little over $24,000 on that deal. He also had to manage a roof claim post-closing, but we were successful and completed the house flip with a solid profit. So again, the right due diligence and guidance is critical. The fourth principle is identifying the right funding. Many traditional investors tie up a lot of their own cash, which is risky, or they use bank loans, which involves a slow, lengthy process, a lot of hoops, and will bring limitations to the number of deals you can do, as well as to the speed in which you can build your success. But if you're just beginning, you may have limited cash and credit, so an alternative is hard money. Those are very expensive loans and still involve plenty of hoops, but they certainly have their place for the right deal, although not as often for quick house flips. If you want to maximize your opportunities, you want to master creative terms. This can allow you the leverage you need to do lots of deals, even simultaneously, without risking all your own cash and credit. Again, it's such a vital tool as a house flipper and a game changer once you master these skills. Check out Phil's video, Creative Financing Comparison, to learn more about creative terms. If you're just beginning in real estate, it's a great place to start to find the right funding for house flips. The final principle for house flipping success, number 5, is the right way to sell. You always want to sell for the highest price you can as fast as you can. If you're working with a property that needs a lot of repairs, you may be tempted to take on a costly rehab to maximize your profit on the deal. But you'll often hear from our team that rehabbing is rarely the best move. Avoid that massive headache and flip the property to a rehabber. The key is to know where to market and where to price to move the property fast for the most you can get. Now, if your property is in livable condition, you may be able to target the retail market. But it's important you make the right adjustments to attract the right buyers. And again, sell the property quickly. I can't tell you how many times our apprentices hear from agents that it will take 2 months or 3 months or even 6 to sell a property in that local market. And every time they're dumbfounded by how we're able to lock in a buyer within a week. That's the power of selling the Freedom Mentor way. Check out Phil's video on the best way to sell a house fast in any market to learn more. If you'll follow these 5 principles for house flipping the right way, you can make a lot of money in real estate this year and avoid big mistakes that could cost you tens of thousands of dollars. We spent 2 decades mastering these principles and guided countless beginners in real estate through all the details specific to their local markets to transform them into money-making machines. That's what we do at Freedom Mentor. We mentor and coach people into world-class house flipping professionals. If you want the very best in your corner, helping you every step of the way, consider applying to our apprentice program where myself, Phil, Devin, and the rest of our team will guide and train you through this incredibly profitable endeavor of flipping houses. And if you want to learn more about real estate and the action you can take right away, you can get a free copy of How to Be a Real Estate Investor just for watching this. You'll learn about house flipping the right way and how real estate can absolutely change your life and give you the freedom you want. If you have any questions about anything we've covered today, text FREEDOM to 305-315-8030, or if you learned something new or think I missed something, comment below. We always appreciate your feedback. Again, I'm Brian Bush with FreedomMentor.com. If this helped you today, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.